Have you ever had a dream where suddenly you realize what's happening doesn't make any sense? And you realize you're dreaming. And you realize if you know you're dreaming, then you can somehow control what's going to happen next. When I have an episode, it's exactly like that, only backwards. Sometimes, when things are bad, I sit and I make a list of reasons not to kill myself. My mom is always at the top of my list. I love her, and I know that if I died, she'd be devastated. Next is my little sister. You know, she's had enough go wrong in her life, and I'd be sad to die without knowing her, you know? Try to stay alive for her sake. And next is usually friends of mine. But when you want to kill yourself, you know, it's hard to think rationally about who your friends are. You can think they hate you behind your back. You can even think that secretly they want you dead. You know, I'm not saying it makes any sense, but you can think it anyway. The first time I tried to kill myself, I was 10. When I woke up the next morning, I was relieved. I was happy that I hadn't succeeded. And for a while, I was even happy to be alive. Until a year later when I tried again. And now, I've lost count of how many times I've tried and failed. You know, I've tried to poison myself, overdose on sleeping pills, hang myself, drown myself, suffocate myself, and throw myself into traffic. And now, every time I wake up, after taking every sleeping pill in arm's reach and washing it down with a bottle of wine, I am never, ever relieved. I feel trapped. I feel trapped, and I feel desperate, and I feel like even more of a failure. And I've even wondered if the reason I can't kill myself is because I'm already dead and in hell. Because this is a living hell. You know, they say suicide is taking the easy way out, but let me tell you, it is not that fucking easy. Your physical drive to live and your mind's desire to die. You can't bear another second of misery. But your heart just refuses to stop beating. It has some nerve. It's hard to tell the people I love that I want to die. So I spend a lot of my time and energy just pretending to be normal. And when I woke up in the hospital, it was almost a relief because I didn't have to pretend anymore. You know, I could just cry all day and it wouldn't hurt anybody's feelings. No one wanted to blame themselves. The honesty was refreshing. But then I started to look at all the other patients around me. I was surrounded by people who had been miserable their entire lives. There was an 80-year-old woman there. She had been in and out of psych wards since she was my age. She just stared into space all day, crying, and one day she looked at me and asked, "Why won't they just let me die?" And I didn't have an answer. And I realized that that is my future. I understood with perfect clarity that I was never going to get better. No therapy can help me. No medication can fix me. You know, I can pretend every day that I'm normal, that I'm coping, that I'm okay. But I'm not okay. I've never been okay. And I'll never be okay. You know, I'm always just gonna be that one bad day away from killing myself. I try to delay what I know is the inevitable. And any day could be my last.